El Universal TV.
People, I am tired of this whole Trump monologue. Trump attacking Mexicans and Mexicans responding in a language that Mr. Trump can't understand. Complex English beyond the use of the word great and huge already seems to trouble him. So I'm going to trespass the only wall there really is between the United States and Mexico, which is a linguistic wall. And I'm going to try my best not to be caught by the Border Patrol while I do so. I'm still wanting to believe that the whole Trump candidacy is just a Fox stunt to promote The Simpsons. If it is, Fox, you've gone too far this time. But I will say this. I don't want to stress the facts too much because I know Trump thinks that facts are Mexicans and doesn't give a damn about them. So I'm not going to stress the fact that a recent study concluded that the percentage of Mexicans going into the United States compared to those coming back to Mexico equals 0%. Nor will I stress the very unknown fact that Mexico is home to the largest American expat population. There are nearly 1 million Americans in Mexico and most of them are illegal. Yes, American illegal immigrants in Mexico. And by the way, their sense of fashion is also destroying our culture. I'm also not going to ask Mr. Trump how many Mexicans he's going to have to employ to build his wall, and how he's going to send them to the other side once it's finished. Hadn't thought of that, had you, Mr. Trump? What I really want to say is this. When you think about it, of all the American presidential candidates that I've seen, Donald Trump is the most Mexican. No, not because his hair looks like a melted cheese on top of a chimichanga, but because Trump is just like one of the most Mexican things there are in the world, the Pinata. There's nothing more Mexican than that, except maybe Guillermo, but that's a different story. What is a Pinata if not a cartoon? A bad cardboard copy of reality that is shiny on the outside, but empty on the inside. And after all, the Pinata's role is to recanalize all the anger we have against something else. Now, many Americans are voting for Trump because they are angry. And it's making the primaries look more like a Mexican party than anything else. When people are frustrated about the economy and the lack of opportunities, and then suddenly someone brings a piñata, it's always a great way to let out all the anger. It doesn't really solve anything, but it feels damn good. But, like any Mexican kid knows, a piñata promises delicious candy and treats, but in reality, we all know that Aunt Rosita filled it up with crappy fruit. Now, I'm all against violence, but I'm a man of tradition, which is why I'm going to end this whole Trump business in the most Mexican way I know. I understand that many Americans are angry at the current state of things, so to show our solidarity and that we are not as evil as some would say, I brought here the Mexican equivalent to 4 months of anger management therapy. And this is my whole point. Once you get all your anger out and you realize you're going to have to clean up all the mess, piñatas don't really seem so fun anymore. Especially if you don't have any of us to help you clean. So my dear Americans, I'm in no way promoting hitting Donald Trump with a stick. Nothing good can come out of that. But, my dear friends, before voting for Trump, think about it. A piñata looks fun at first, especially if you're angry. But when you suddenly realize you're an adult, and once it breaks, you're going to have to clean up all that mess, then things stop being all that fun. Believe me, as a Mexican, I can assure you, piñatas always break. Always.